I take it. I got me some.
Welcome back to Recap channel. Today we are going to recap 2001 drama romantic movie titled Monsters Ball. Hank, a prison guard, is a part of convicted murderer Lawrence's execution. When he meets Leticia, a black woman, he is smitten with her, not knowing that she is Lawrence's widow. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel. Now, without wasting any further time, let's begin, shall we? Hank, a widower, and his son Sonny work as correctional officers in a local prison. They live in Louisiana with Hank's ailing father, Buck, a racist whose wife committed suicide. Hank's hateful attitude towards others, which is heavily influenced by his father, Buck, leads to his hatred towards his father, his son, and the members of neighboring community. The proceedings become too intense for Sonny as Hank and Sonny assist in the execution of convicted murderer Lawrence, who starts vomiting as he leads Lawrence to the electric chair. Hank eventually drags Sonny out of bed and orders him to leave the house. Sonny, unable to cope up with the situation, grabs a gun. The scenario happens in their living room, with Hank holding a gun and lying on the carpet, and Sonny in his grandfather's usual chair. "You hate me, don't you?" he asks his father. After his father calmly confronts him and states that he always has hated him, Sonny responds, "Well, I have always loved you," and then commits suicide. Hank then buries his son, quits his job at the prison, burns his uniform in the backyard, and tightly locks the door to Sonny's room. During Lawrence's imprisonment, Buck refers to him as a quitter. His wife, Leticia, has struggled to raise their son Tyrell, who inherited his father's artistic talent, who is obese as well. Along with her domestic issues, she is also struggling financially, which has resulted in the loss of family car and, more seriously, an eviction notice on her house. Leticia, desperate for money, takes a job at a dinner frequented by Hank. Leticia and Tyrell are walking down a rain-soaked highway one rainy night when a car hits the boy. Leticia is left helpless on the sideways, clutching to her son and calling out to passing motorists, although no one stops to help. Hank, on the other hand, happens to be driving by and notices them. He drives by on purpose as well, but returns to pick them up. Tyrell dies while driving them to the hospital, and Hank lends Leticia his shoulder to cry on. He drives her home at the request of hospital authorities. They have a lot in common because they both lost their son, but they don't realize it until later. Hank later gives Leticia a ride home from the dinner, and as they talk in the car, they discover that they have suffered similar losses. She invites him in and they drink their sorrow away. They begin a relationship that is initially based on casual intimacy and loneliness relief, but later becomes emotionally supportive. Hank learns that Leticia is Lawrence's widow, but he does not tell her that he was present at her husband's execution. Leticia pays a visit to Hank's house with a gift for him. Hank isn't home, but Buck is. Buck uses crude racist slur to insult Leticia, implying that Hank is only involved with her because he wants to sleep with a black woman. Hank is rejected by her response. This incident proves to be last straw for Hank, and he decides to place his father in a nursing home, implying that Hank will cut off his father as well from his life. Leticia is evicted from her home for failing to pay her rent, and Hank invites her to live with him. She consents but ends up living with him. Leticia discovers Hank's involvement in her husband's death while he's gone, but is there waiting for him. When he returns from town with ice cream, at first she looks dazed, but gradually she seems to cheer him up as they sit on the porch eating ice cream and gazing up to the stars. Hank believes that everything will be fine. Leticia smiles, acknowledges the transaction and new care and love, but does not reply. And this is where the movie Monsters Ball comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, until next time.